How y'all doing here? Chris Huffman, Tougher Pest Control, with maybe the first in a series of tidbits. I love cockroaches. Call me weird, call me abnormal. I've been called worse. I like cockroaches. Specifically, the German cockroach. I love cockroach cleanouts. And I've been doing this for 15 years. There's many of you out there have been doing it longer. But this is by far, I believe, the best advice I can give as far as the best way to initiate control in a clean out situation. This rule applies in general, but I'm just specifically talking about a clean out. One reason I like these jobs is if you price them right, they're good paying. I don't believe in gouging people, but I don't believe in, this is for another video, downplaying our services just to get the job. I believe there's too many guys out there that are cheapening the service, and we offer a good service. And if you're good, and if you really care about people and care about what you're doing, you're going to provide a good service, and you're going to provide a decent, valuable price. I'm sure my prices are going to be lower than others, and they're going to be higher than others. I try to stay in that middle balance, but they're good pay. And depending on the structure, the time involved, it's easily, no matter where you go, $250, $300 for that initial clean out. And if you put them on a system, you're $600 to $1,000 job before it's all said and done with. And that's a very reasonable rate. But here's the tip for this particular video. Inspection. The rule number 1 is inspection. Rule number 2, inspection. And rule number 3, you guessed it, inspection. Now, when I started out my pest control career, working for another company, they had a decent training program. They sent me to their main headquarters, and it's decent, For somebody starting out, it's pretty good. But there are some things you just are not going to get in those initial schools, and you are just going to have to get them on the job. And we know pest control, a lot of us were thrown to the wolves. Okay, not enough time spent with an experienced, good technician before they send us out there on our own. So trial and error. So when I started out, and I come from a heart of wanting to do the right thing, I did not know how to do a full inspection. And I was dealing with all kinds of callbacks. And I don't believe it's totally possible to never get a callback. I believe it's possible to get those numbers down pretty good. But inspection. Now, the other reason I like cleanouts, specifically roach cleanouts, is it's so stinking obvious. You don't hardly have to do anything on that initial. If you walk into a house during the day, and there's even 1 or 2 roaches on the wall, you got a problem. I'm talking, you go into a house during the day, and there's thousands of roaches everywhere. You don't have to hardly do Jack Diddley Scott or Jack Diddley Squat to take care of that and to see mass improvement within one service. Just using a knockdown throughout that place is going to kill hundreds, if not thousands, of roaches. All right? But the inspection. Take the time to do a proper inspection. If the house is small enough, the apartment is small enough, it might be possible to do a thorough inspection in a half hour. I don't know. I think most of my inspections are 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Again, if it's a major, nasty clean out like that, it's a judgment call that first time. Because you're just knocking down thousands of roaches. But in your inspection, take the time. Every nook and cranny, you better have a flashlight. You might need a mirror. You might need a probe. But definitely a flashlight, and be willing to look up and down everywhere in that house. Everywhere. Be willing to get on your hands and knees. Be willing to crawl around. Be willing to get on your back, get up underneath that sink that is filled with roaches, knowing they may fall down on your face. Do an inspection. Every nook and cranny. Do an inspection. Pull out the drawers. Pull out the cabinets. Look under the tables. Look under the chairs. Look under the drawers. Pull out the drawers. Turn them upside down. Look for the fecal matter. I mean, that is so easy. Behind wall outlets, behind electronic devices, underneath coffee pots. Look. Inspect. And take your time. Chris Huffman, Telfer Pest Control, 865-888-2557. As always, in all my videos, keep your eyes on him.